people, welcome back to the channel. We are back yet again, and today we are back with some Premier League predictions. I used to do this on my old channel, but not like a proper video like this, so I thought let's see how it goes. And yeah, if it does do good and people enjoy it and want to see more, I'll keep doing them. Let me know in the comments if you do want me to keep doing these Premier League match week predictions. But yeah, before we do get into it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, should be a very interesting game week. Obviously, game week 9 is here. The Premier League is back for another weekend of spectacular football. And to kick it off tonight, Leeds take on West Ham at Ellen Road. Somerville's return to Ellen Road, but not as a Leeds player, as a West Ham player. So yeah, it should be a very interesting game this. I think West Ham against Brentford a couple of days ago, it wasn't the best football. West Ham have been very poor on and off the pitch. They have got obviously owner issues and all that. What I do know of, fans are boycotting at the Brentford game because the fans aren't happy with the owners. They are investing in the squad, which you don't mind. I've seen a couple West Ham fans say, but they're not investing into good football needs of the fans. But yeah, I think them problems will play a factor into West Ham season. Me personally, I can see this being a 2-1 Leeds win. I think Leeds have been quality since they've been back in the Prem, and they've been flying. I think Leeds are in for a very, very decent season this season. I can't see Leeds getting relegated this season either. And at the start of the season, I thought, yeah, they'll get relegated. But after these last couple of performances, I can't see them getting relegated, to be fair. But yeah, that is my prediction for Leeds West Ham. Going on to your 3 o'clock kickoffs tomorrow. There is no 12:30 kickoffs for tomorrow's match day. But yeah, let's start off with Chelsea Sunderland next. Obviously, Chelsea beat us, my team Liverpool, a couple of weeks ago at Stamford Bridge, and they are taking Sunderland on at Stamford Bridge this weekend at 3 p.m. So yeah, it should be a very interesting game. I think Leeds have been mixed really this season. They've obviously lost to Man United at Old Trafford, and they go up and turn up against us, Liverpool. So I think currently Chelsea are a very inconsistent team in my opinion. But Sunderland, obviously, I think everyone's seen their start of the season. They've been flying, to be fair. They've lost the odd couple games, but I still think they'll do good this season. I think I can see them finishing right near Leeds, to be honest, around mid-table this season. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this game between Chelsea and Sunderland. Moving on to Newcastle Fulham now. Another 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. Obviously, Newcastle at St James's Park taking on Fulham, who did play Arsenal last week. I think it was a very solid performance from Fulham last week against Arsenal at Craven Cottage. Arsenal did not really threaten them that much. Yeah, they won the game. They scored a set piece, but bar that, with open play, I think Fulham done really good last week, in my opinion. Bar that corner which they conceded, I think they done really well last week, Fulham. But yeah, Sunderland are doing decent with Walter. Everyone thought they'll struggle without Isak this season, but Walter stepped up and he's flying, and they're yet to see Wizard in the Premier League in a Newcastle shirt, which will be interesting when that time does come. But yeah, I think this will be another very close game. I'm going to go with another 1-1 draw in that game. Moving on to 5:30 kickoff now. Man United versus Brighton. I can see this being a very interesting game. I think it's a 5:30 kickoff for a reason. I think this game I think will be up there for match of the weekend. Sorry, I think both teams have been similar this season. I would say obviously maybe Brighton just push ahead of Man United slightly, but yeah, Brighton did. Man United did beat us last week at Anfield, which they haven't done since 2013. So yeah, should be very interesting to see how this game goes, and will that game from last week carrying on to this Brighton game and give them confidence? I'll answer that. I think yes, it will, and I can see this being a 3-1 Man United win. Moving on to my team now. Liverpool taking on Brentford away at the GTEC Community Stadium. Obviously, our couple former players replaying us. Obviously, Kelleher, Sepp Banderberg, Jordan Henson, the main one, our former captain, who did lead us to so many good trophies. So it'll be sentimental to see Jordan Henson up against Liverpool. Yeah, and obviously you've got Fabio Carvalho, unbelievable. I wish he was given more of a chance at his time at Liverpool, but that's the thing. Not everything lasts forever in football. And then Kelleher, no, we don't need to explain how good Kelleher was. Unbelievable, and he's carried that really good form on to Brentford by the looks of it. But yeah, I think we obviously beat Frankfurt, Liverpool in midweek in the Champions League, beating them 5-1. So I can see us turn up for this game. I do believe Liverpool are back, but not fully back, because the performance what I see in midweek, really positive. I really like the look of that. But it's about turning up in the Premier League now, because we can't just keep letting Arsenal get ahead of us this early on in the season. Otherwise, we're going to be in for a very long season. I still believe we can win the Premier League and UCL. But yeah, for this game, I think I'm going to go with a 3-1 Liverpool win. I think Brentford will be strong. They'll score in this game, definitely, but I can't see them really beating us, to be honest, with all due respect to Brentford. But yeah, moving on to the next game. Wolves taking on Burnley at the Molineux. This should be another interesting game. Obviously, Burnley, what a team they have been so far this season too. Like Sunderland and Leeds, they've been flying, Burnley. I think, obviously, they did take on Liverpool a couple game weeks ago and at the Turf Moor Stadium. They were solid throughout that game, so I think Scott Parker has done wonders at Burnley so far. And for Wolves, I think it's going to be a very long season for them. I can't see them going down this season. So yeah, I think I will go for a Burnley 2-1 win in that game. Moving on to Liverpool's both rivals now on Sunday. Arsenal taking on Crystal Palace at the Emirates on Sunday at 2:00. Eze up against his former club. Arsenal have been flying this week. I won't even write them off. They've been fucking terrific. Excuse my language, but they have. That's me being brutally honest. I think it's about now with Arsenal. It's about, can they keep this good form consistently? Because I can guarantee you, Liverpool will be back within a couple of weeks, and I think Mancity will too. It's about them maintaining that pressure and keep winning games. That's what champions do, and if they don't do that, I won't be able to see them win the Prem. But yeah, for this game, I can see it being a 2-2 draw, to be honest. Mateta's been on fire for Palace again this season, so I think he'll get a brace, maybe an Nketiah goal, but I think for Arsenal, Eze will score and Martinelli. Moving on to the next game, on Sunday at 2 o'clock, it is Aston Villa taking on Manchester City at Villa Park. I think this will be another interesting game. I can see Villa pulling up another upset. Aston Villa very slow starting this season, but they are starting to pick up results again like they were last season, which is a positive sign. And City, I think they've still got their problems in the team, but they've obviously been performing better than last season. So I think for me, I have to say a Villa 2-0 win. Moving on to the next game on Sunday at 2 o'clock, it is Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest. Should be a very interesting game. This obviously both teams last season were brilliant, and Bournemouth yet again are shown how quality they are. They may not have the biggest budget in the Prem, but they keep consistent every season and only get better from these past seasons, what they have been in the Prem. Semenyo on fire. Obviously, my team Liverpool being linked with him for his January move, and I'd love Semenyo in this Liverpool team. I think he'll be phenomenal. But yeah, Nottingham Forest now, I think Ange sacked by their owner. Is that a good decision? I think yes, me personally. Some people might disagree with me, but when you've just sacked a good manager like Nuno, you want to be getting a better manager than Nuno who can keep winning games. And with Ange, it was one step forward, two steps back. Like they sacked Nuno and then they brought in Ange who done even worse for them. But now they have obviously got former Burnley and Everton manager Sean Dyche, which I think, me personally, I think that's a very good appointment for Nottingham Forest because he's been at, with all due respect, he's been at these smaller clubs with smaller budgets like Burnley and Everton. Now he's at Nottingham Forest, who should be backing him with a lot of financial money. So I think he'll do good there because we haven't yet seen Sean Dyche under good financial backing. So yeah, will he get a one manager bounce in the Prem like the midweek against Porto in the Europa? I think yes, and I don't think they'll win it, but I think this will end 2-2. To be honest, I think it will end a draw. But yeah, moving on to your main event of your Sunday evening, it is Everton at Bramley-Moore taking on Tottenham. Do I really need to explain Everton this season? Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal from Everton. Even though our rivals, I'll even give them their flowers. They have been phenomenal, especially at home at Bramley-Moore. I think Bramley-Moore will be an absolute fortress for teams to go this season. I think not too many teams will be winning at Bramley-Moore. Tottenham, I think they've been inconsistent at times under Thomas Frank, but Thomas Frank has been getting them results, which is a very positive sign for Tottenham. So for me, I think I have to go with an Everton 2-1 win. I think the Toffee fans will be buzzing with that result if it does happen, and yeah. But yeah, cheers everyone for watching. That was my Premier League Game Week 9 predictions. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, we are currently on the road to 300 subscribers on the channel. So if you could subscribe, that would be massively appreciated. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you do want to see more of these Premier League prediction videos, and if you all enjoy it and comment like you do, I'll keep them up. But yeah, have a good rest of your evening, people, and best luck to all your teams this weekend. See you in the next video, people.